Hello everyone, I'm Duke James. Let's do a census. Alright, population 32.8 million tenants, growing by 256,000 natural change per year, about inward movement of about 18,000. I think my goal was 50 million tenants, so yeah, I think we're gonna blow that out of the water, even if we don't conquer anything from now until the end of the game. Residents about 2.1 million. 1,700 dying every year, but 24,000 people are moving into cities, so it's alright. Acceptable losses, I suppose. I'm trying to build amenities that they take a while to build, and I have a lot of provinces, so. Burgers about 91,000, growing by about 1,000 per year. Clergy, 150,000. Here's about the nomads. Wealth. The tenants' life needs are 1.6. Pretty good. Comfort's almost 1. Luxury kind of sucks. For everybody. Residents making more money. Yeah, everybody's making more money than they're spending, which is nice. Unless they're only making more money than they're spending because they can't buy luxury goods. That would be bad. Yeah, every single one, except the nomads, which who cares about nomads? They're all making more money than they're spending. Food, we produce 8,000, close to 8,000. We demand 9,500, so yeah, that gap is there, and no matter how much I increase the food, they just demand more, so I don't think that'll ever close, really. Salt's good, got a huge surplus there. Fiber, huge negative there, which makes sense because urban industries can expand a lot faster than rural industries meet a cap, so fuel's good. There's a surplus there. Raw materials, a little bit of a deficit there. Huge exotic goods surplus, so that's good. Consumer goods, I've actually closed that gap a little bit at least. Percentage-wise, it's a smaller gap. Maybe not total numbers, but percentage-wise. Probably at least a couple percentage points closer. Military, we actually produce a surplus there now, by a little bit. I know that was a pretty decent-sized gap for how much we ended. Naval, more than a double surplus. Industrial, I think that gap's actually widened, which building stuff, I'm pretty sure, demand industrial goods, so I am building a lot. Luxury, a little bit of a deficit there. I think that gap also closed percentage-wise, and pretty good knowledge surplus, right? So yeah, pretty much par for the course. Some of those closed percentage-wise. Bureaucrats have taken over the country, so hopefully that can remain. Part of that is because of influential bureaucrats, point 2, but I do have 3 advisors. So hopefully they can keep control, because that gives material cost for projects negative 10%, yearly corruption plus 0.1, and then the autonomy change negative. So that should reduce autonomy a little bit in my provinces then, as long as they hold. Autonomy in the capital is dropping by 0.2. And then I'm still trying to build amenities here. It's taken a very long time to build level 5 amenities. I feel like building level 6 harborage pretty quick, but level 5 amenities is taking a while. There's 232,000 people living there. The soft cap is 200,000, but they're still growing. Natural change of 209. That natural change probably isn't as much as it could be, but trying to build amenities. The industrial property makes about 201 ducats. And then I've done a couple of requests to get to Empire level, but the Pope's denied every single one of them. So I think that my best bet is to control Rome and then demand it. But I have no claims on Rome or their allies. Who's Milan and Padua. I could get a claim on Milan when I annex Genoa, and then Urbino could give me a claim on Padua if either of them so desired. Will nobody rid me of this turbulent Pope? Come on, he's one guy. The Pope has 3 provinces. Like, he can't have many troops. The Pope has 4,000 troops, and he's denying me. Yeah, really all I have to do is just declare war on Padua or Milan and just land 1,000 troops, able to take Rome easily. I don't even think I would need France for that. So I think actually, when I annex them, I could just get a claim directly on Pope. It's gonna take about 11 years to annex Genoa, just because my diplomatic rep is so low. Anti-competitive practices decreases it by 0.5. I actually have a nobility support that gives plus 1.5, so when that expires, it's going to take even. Legitimacy decreases it by 0.15. Prestige gives a little bit. Noble marriage gives a little bit. Yeah, so that's giving us 1 additional point of dip per month. Annexation points. March 1612 at its current rate. So a while, and they actually don't have much. It costs 820. Dip. If I was trying to annex Sweden, that would cost 1,600. So I don't think I'm ever going to actually annex Sweden, and then I can't actually annex Morocco. Sure, that would cost 900 to 1,000 probably. Dip. So I think I'll just hold with Morocco and Sweden for the rest of the campaign, unless I free Sweden, which they like me, so I don't think I would do that. Unless they get really angry with me, so once I get that, I'll bring troops and then fight the Pope to get Empire level, because that gives an extra diplomat, which I really want. As for now, I'm moving the mercs that were in Europe to Mexico to try and fight these guys, the Mayas, and this northern coalition. And then I'm moving the 20,000 troops down to Africa. Probably the Congo, I'm thinking I'm going to try to fight. They're allied with Igbo, but if I call in Iffy, thinking Iffy can maybe take care of Igbo, or I help out take care of Igbo. I help out take care of Igbo. Weird English. I take out Igbo with those 22,000 troops and Iffy and then move them down here. Something like that. And then France is fighting Spain or Navarro. They seem to want a lot of Spain's territory. I don't think I'm gonna really conquer Spain's territory. At least not most of this. If I start conquering them, then I'll probably focus on the south. Get this stuff. But I don't really need it. I kind of like the idea of just going tall in the Iberian Peninsula, except for Gibraltar. Yeah, that's my current plan. Alright, I've moved my troops into position over here. So I'm gonna fight Maya. If I do Conquest of Paradise, it's 50% cost for all of their provinces. 100% aggressive expansion, 200% not gonna be able to get them to concede their territory because they have too much territory for that to happen, 265%. So do these guys. These guys have 111%, so I'm just going to try to take territory from them. For that, I'll do Show Superiority, because that's 75% aggressive expansion. Only 90% cost for, but should be able to rack up a bunch of war score from battles. I'll get these two stacks together. I have so many troops. Be able to at least catch this 18k stack. Combat with negative 30% in that province, so that should be good. Alright, we took out 19-ish thousand. I took out 1,700. Pretty much these are just going to be quick wars, quick strikes for provinces. This CB gives negative 30, but I'm pretty sure Conquest of Paradise also gives negative 30. 2 war score. I think I'll go back to Indonesia with those. I'm not really getting much in Mexico, so... Fortunately, the forts that I was building aren't built yet, so they have pretty much free reign over all their provinces. Building a fort here and a couple forts up here. I'm building a fort down here as well. That should help restrict their movement a little bit. Those two just over there. Might as well discover some of this territory as well. The more territory I take from them every war, the less they have, so the weaker they get, the easier these wars become. Alright, let's go to... Indonesia. See if we can stack wipe that stack. Hopefully nobody's following them. I'll leave that cannon there. Stack wipe those. Stack wipe those. Perfect. Quick stack wipes. Quick strikes. Lose as little territory as possible, take as much territory as possible. Discover as much territory as possible. I think I'm going to focus on... I'll try to take these 3 provinces, because that'll unite this area with this area, and then try to take these 2 coastal provinces. There's actually a lot of troops over here now. Hey, you want to come over here? You want to get stack wiped? Is that what it is? You're just trying to get stack wiped, aren't you? What's war score from battles at? 41. Alright, so I gotta get 9 more war score from battles. There's a fort up here. Discover that. We can finish off quantity ideas. That fort must be over there. Quantity ideas, the finisher is not that great. Manpower recovery speed. Reinforced speed, decent I suppose. 8 years ahead of time mill tech, so I might as well just finish that off. This really doesn't matter because of the glitch. We unlocked colonial garrisons. Oh, yeah, okay, that's This one, settler chance plus 25%. I don't think that's really worthwhile anymore. It would cost a mill point to do that. Because I want to keep this one. National unrest -4. That's pretty important, I'd say. Alright, would you give me these territories? Totally reasonable demands right here. All of that territory. 85 aggressive expansion from that. From those 2, 4, 6 provinces. Okay, and I could actually have them... I could make them concede provinces even with Holy War CB, so that's good to know. It's unfortunately too much. 183%. Oh, and I'm demanding that without having anything. So let's yeah, there must be 4 in that province actually. Discover this stuff over here. Can I have them actually release nations? Because that would be a lot easier. As long as it's free. Yeah, okay, so... I think having them release all this stuff... would probably be better, because then I could just knock them out individually. So I think that's what I might have them do. Then probably break their alliance with these guys. Just losing all of my expeditions. Is that a fort? A fort right there? Yeah, it's a fort. Alright. I have 6,000 ducats. No is about halfway. That's good. A lot of troops over there. There's a lot of troops in general. You're gonna fight me? Be too many troops if they all pile in. Yeah, that's too many troops. Alright, they're gonna retreat all the way over there. Alright, that connects those three, this area right here. And that connects this province with that province. Have them break their alliance with them. These guys might die. They're attacked, but alright. I'll have them break them. That looks like a one province country, but actually I can't actually conquer that one, so this releasing this nation would give me 51 prestige. That's pretty good. That's a lot of provinces up there. I use this, the Merc stack to come over here and take out these guys. Could give some war score. Because I assume I lost some. Very quick stack wipe right there. Close. Okay, the battles are actually capped now. Where's their capital, actually? It's all the way down here. Alright, grab their capital. There's 59 development in it. That should be enough, I'm thinking. Enough to get them out. Get really close. England declared war upon Munster. Alright. Let's go ahead and spare them, and then that should be enough. Bumps it to 87, so they release that big country, they release this country down here, and they might fight each other. That's fine, I connect this area with this up here, that connects that with that. Also makes them border these people down here. Alright, and then that's still building a fort, that's still building a fort. That's still building a fort. That stuff is coring. Imagine I have a peace deal with these guys. Yep, a peace deal for 16 years. Alright, as long as Maya have the same length of a peace deal, and that removes a big chunk right out of Maya's heartland. Also allows me to unite these troops. So these guys in the north, I can't really see them, but they're all together. For the most part, underneath. These guys, they have Ambaro, Tamo, and Zapotelan. Yeah, these guys are not part of that, but they were allied with Maya, so... Unfortunately, the truce, my truce with them ends 7 years after their truce ends with Maya, so they might just re-ally them. Wondering how much they have. Okay, well, I was moving my troops over here, and Bijapur has attacked Madurai. Who's allied with Quelimane, Ajran, and Bengal. I guess I have 23,000, 22,000 troops here. Bring them over. They're not allied with Zanzibar, actually. You know what? I should probably take Zanzibar then. Don't really have anything over here in terms of ships or men. I think my ship should be better than theirs. Those are just transport ships. Apparently Madarai doesn't have many troops anyway. Okay, so that should work out. Deal with Quelimane. And then my troops will be over there to fight Zanzibar. Okay, these guys are allied to these guys, so I want to fight them. Every single country over here seems to have war score cost above 100%. 173, 138. That one's 40, that's a vassal. That one is 113. I think if it's 50% reduction, then I'm probably a 50% reduction in this, right? But I don't think it worked out to that when I fought down here, so I'm not entirely sure. But we have 18,000 men, so I'll do this one, Conquest of Paradise. Their capital, because their capital is literally right there, so. Get those ships out. Port. Has to be a fort somewhere here. That would have been a nice stack weight. That is not the fort. That is the fort. Alright, could I get them to give their entire country? No. Yeah, 139%. So it's not a 50% reduction in their province war score costs in terms of that. And Quelimane can't even siege down my fort. Definitely don't want to lose territory over here, so that's the more important area to focus on. I'm just gonna skip. Well, they might build troops, but I think they're forced to come here. They're definitely forced to come there, so the most they could take, I think, is these two provinces. And I doubt they'd build 7 troops, or 6 troops. I'm just gonna completely bypass them. And I believe what really hurts the manpower loss is going into the open ocean. I think that's just 2 sea tiles. I think you're fine if the attrition tick doesn't happen when you're in the middle of the ocean. So they'll get into India. You guys decided not to take that province. Mexico is, for some reason, taking provinces. Mexico is somehow getting provinces, but they don't have anything related to colonizing. They have admin, aristocracy, trade, naval, quality, civic, religion, evangelical. They don't have an idea, like a tradition that gives them anything. I'm not sure how they're getting those provinces, but Brazil is just sitting over here. Brazil is colonizing that province, but they're not getting stuff like Mexico. Mexico's taken that province and then those two. Is there another fort right next to that fort? They just fort up their interior. That's something the AI would definitely do. I also have 5 free merchants. I think those merchants were taken off of nodes. Our heir is inspiring leader, morale of armies, manpower recovery speed, recover army morale speed. One of those is worthless. Alright, where did I lose the merchant? Or did I not lose a merchant? Maybe I didn't lose a merchant. No, I think I did, because I had one here. Trading with this province is, this node is worthless right now, but it'll be good when I get Cherkio. Yeah, I must not have lost merchants, because I don't really have anywhere to put them. One over there. One's right there, 2 over there, one's right there, up there. And I haven't discovered Mexico yet. I have one right there, one in Japan. Where's the Far East's node? Is that the Far East? Okay, that is the Far East. Alright, 5 merchants. Should be a couple ducats, because I don't imagine I'll have much trade power in those provinces. Also, what? I'm at 250 admin, so I should be able to do the tenant reform with the aristocrats to increase their peasant freedom. So actually go ahead and do that. Not sure if peasant freedom is actually, it's not increasing in most of my provinces, so I'm not sure if that's just because I'm net 0 peasant freedom, but it's also not decreasing when I do overlook tenant abuse, so I think it's just not working in this patch right now, but I'm gonna try this anyway because this also gives 10% rural production, so that'll be a huge boost to food production and everything else that's rural as well. That should also help with the consumer and industrial goods as well, because of the cottage industries are rural, so that'll be a boost to pretty much most of the industries. Gonna really make the aristocrats mad, but they're gonna have to deal with it. And I didn't actually check my stability. Good thing we have 1 stability, because that would have been pretty bad. -40 aristocrat loyalty, -3 hierarchy, -40 relations with aristocrats. Estate, joke's on them, can't get any worse. It's already -100, so suck it. Lose 5 legitimacy, lose 1 stability, stability increase interval plus 30%, all power costs plus 5%. None of that matters because of that rural production. And then yearly peasant freedom, hopefully that actually does something, because it's good to have high peasant freedom. Should reduce the amount of income that the nobles take from peasants. To offset that, I will grant special commissions to loyalists, and then I'll just go ahead and overlook tenant abuse as well. We'll see if peasant freedom increases despite doing that. If it stays flat, then probably not doing anything in this campaign. Alright, we lost 12,000 men on that journey. We lost half of the troop. Which is pretty historical, but just kind of sucks that happened. They should reinforce pretty quickly, though. It reinforces by about 4,000 Colombian separatists over there. Take care of these guys before I take care of those rebels. I have 800 ducats. I think after this part, I'll spend some of that money. I pretty much just look at every province and see. It's kind of boring, so I won't do it on camera. Noble marriage. We can go ahead and do that as well. I think the bureaucrats should keep control of the country. Alright, can I just grab a couple provinces from them? They won't give those up. That would also be a lot of war, aggressive expansion. About one province. Just one province. I haven't fought a battle yet. Probably be better to fight battles. Get some stack wipes going. Guys running away. Alright, I do not want to lose territory in this war. We can stack wipe those troops. There's also 8,000 Scottish separatists. I was planning on... There's a mercenary company that had 9,000 men in it, but they disappeared for some reason. I was going to hire those guys over here, Scotland, to deal with those rebels, so... Not sure what I'm going to do now. I have to move troops all the way across the Atlantic over there. Alright, what is this? Why do you not, Conquest of Paradise CB, -30, length of war, their military strength, current peace offer. Oh yeah, they're gonna accept now. Yeah, so if I do this CB, I cannot have them release nations without it costing dip. So I think the best thing to do is to break these countries up using Holy War CBs and then conquer them piecemeal. Because that's a lot faster than this. I think I will use Holy War CBs from now on. I'll just grab that one province. It's slow, but every province is one less for them and one more for Mexico. So. Go there. These ships out. Oh yeah. Those rebels over there. I think these troops can stay over here. These troops will go deal with those rebels. Why are they walking over there? Alright, that's gonna get taken care of over there. There's the fort. A lot of naval materials because my naval force limit went up to 81 at one point, dropped back down to 67. Have not built a single harborage, so I think that's just bugged. It has to be at this point, unless the AI could be building harborages, but I can't imagine that. I built a bunch of harborages myself, so I would think that my force limit would go up enough to counteract anything that the estates are building, and it's just gone down another 14, so I don't think they're actually doing what they're supposed to be doing. Harbingers are doing what they're supposed to be doing. Is that Scottish separatist? No? That's fine, I can take care of those guys. I have the technology. Good thing about the bureaucrats owning or running the country is they're above 30 now. They should stay above 30 as long as I have 3 of their level 3 advisors. State reach is almost almost 40%, so that should be another round of reforms that I can do once it gets to 40. Take care of those rebels. Those ships are coming over here. For these disowned relative, leveraged nobility, reduced tributes, ongoing expedition in Malacca. Go ahead and disown unpopular relative. Do a show of devotion. I think that was 87%. I'm supposed to get 10% from that, so it capped at 95%. Which I've mentioned that in the past, but sometimes that'll happen. Genoa will be annexed in 5 years. And peasant freedom is increasing. Okay, so it went from 35% to 50% in Lisbon, so it's decreasing by... That's a very fast clip, which I don't think should really happen that fast, so I think there's something weird going on with that as well. Alright, won that. What province did I even grab in Malacca? I grabbed the Andaman Islands. Let's go back to... Battery's tech is 21. Yeah, there's a... I don't have anything here, so I'm gonna go to Eastern India. Then I'll loot Madurai's capital once I take this fort. Bijapur has claimed everything over here for themselves. Hopefully I get that Merc unit back before... So I have to take that fort as well. Alright. couple concessions ended as well. Perfect. So that gets them back to 60%. Ferrar came down. Quelimagne's still doing nothing. Might as well check the census again to see about that 10% gain. See if it's done anything yet. Not population, industry. Oh yeah, our food production is now 8,900, and you can see, I think that gap closed a little bit, but we're now demanding 1,000 more than we were before, so that's never going to close. We could produce 100,000 units of food, I'm sure we'll just demand 150,000. Salt production increased a couple hundred. Fiber production increased a couple hundred, the demand increased lockstep with that. Fuel increased a little bit, raw materials, that gap closed. That of goods increased by 100-ish. Consumer goods, 553. I don't think those really increased all that much. Probably because that's urban, actually, so that's not going to do anything to those. Because it uses rural labor, but it's an urban industry, so that makes sense. Yeah, none of those did anything. Knowledge stayed put at 396. I think it was that before. That should help out with the tenants. Maybe they'll make a little bit more money. They're growing by 269 now. The resident natural change decreased a little bit. Inward movement increased by, what, like 15,000? Or 5,000, I think? 2.2 of those. A little bit more burgers. So this will help out both the, with more goods, so my people can get more of their needs met. They'll produce more, they should make more. Then the burgers should be able to sell more as well, so that helps out everybody. Alright, I'm going to end this part here and pick it up in the next part. I have 10,000 ducats. I'm gonna spend some of that money. Probably just building amenities, a little bit of pathing to get my autonomy down. Which I imagine is still above 65. Yep, still above 65 average autonomy or lower. Normally this would say what that number is, but I think this is a patch before that was implemented, so this is just a 50% placeholder right there. It doesn't do anything. But that's normally where your country's average autonomy would be, so I'd be able to look at that and see, oh, I'm 71%, I dropped 3%, or whatever, or I increased 2%. But for now, I have to look at this and see if I hit 65 average autonomy or lower, which I haven't. Pretty much just shooting in the dark, but I imagine it's decreased. So this might have increased it a little bit. I also got rid of a couple provinces up there, and these provinces aren't really high development for the most part, so it shouldn't have added that much to that. The decreases down here should counteract that. Looks like France actually took a couple provinces from Spain. And then Genoa's 3/4 of the way there. Do annexation, I'll get them, build them up, and then spend this money. Then I'll go from there. So, thanks for watching. Goodbye.